All right, folks, welcome back. We are getting ready to hop into the middle of a game that is ongoing. It's Spirit versus Vega. Best of three. I believe it's game number 1.
It is a very slow game considering that it is CIS Dodo, and actually, as I say that, it has just been turned around, and Spirit, yep, they went for a push lineup. That's their bread and butter.
They love their 5-man.
So before this fight, it looks like it was kill score 8 and 5. So like you said, very inactive for a 34-minute game. But that just shows. I mean, look at the tower count. Like, yeah, that's not much in terms of kills, but it shows that Vega are dodging the fight. So they've been actually conceding towers and letting Team Spirit kind of take control of the map. And now they're starting to bite back. Now that they have their critical items.
Damn, they're just going right down mid. Vega looking to really turn this one around. 35 minutes in, Pasha slowly slicing away at the tier 3 tower. Heavy nuke damage, forcing Godlike back a bit. They now commit the Zeus ultimate and the Prophet ult, hoping to get these kills at the very least on the back towards the well. And they will almost be able to bring the tower down entirely. Looks like Centaur wanted to go for a stomp there, but quick escape.
So we have a Centaur in this game.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
What got changed about him? Did anything
Just
get
a
changed?
buff on the
return
damage. Just a small bun.
It's it just scales more,
Yeah.
right?
It's just more damage. So
Yeah.
it'll... I'm not sure exactly where he went. It doesn't... if we can get net worth, we'll find out. That'll probably pop up at some point. We'll find out how exactly uneven it is. But both sides missing all of their... Oh no, one tower apiece, or I can't tell if top is up right now. Move, Centaur,
Top's-
move.
Okay,
I thought it was gone.
Yeah, I believe it's gone.
Ooh,
So-
Team Octarine.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I like the fact that the Bane has max enfeeble against the Ember Spirit. Like the fact that the tower, tier 3 tower lasted as long as it did, and they didn't get any damage on the racks. It really comes down to the enfeeble in my mind. Aghanim's up on the Centaur now.
And it works on all the sleight of fist attacks as well. So
Exactly.
That's quite nice.
But yeah, Ag Centaur, of course, is probably like... It's definitely core on the hero. It's just about when you get it. And it's definitely going to create opportunities for the Gyrocopter to get very aggressive.
This
Also helps with split push. It's not often talked about, but like you can be a little bit more... Oh, we talking about Centaur Ags? We're still talking... Yeah, you're out of position a bit, and you just run across some terrain to escape in ways that you maybe normally couldn't. There's no disruptor. There's no way to kind of reposition people.
Yeah, I feel like the Tusk is still going to follow through on that, but there are situations I'm sure that can happen.
My favorite is when you're Ursa and you ult, and then you have a Centaur who ults as well, and you're actually invincible.
Yeah, it is actually 100% mitigation. Yeah. It is impossible. Like, you have to Soul Catcher or Blood Rage him or something like that.
Even to do damage at all.
Yeah.
Pasha's had a really nice game from the looks of things. So,
Did you say Pudge?
no, Pasha.
I thought you said Pudge. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Am I really tired? This is my 4th best of 3, so maybe I'm just tripping balls, but
So
I don't
you
see
don't
no
see the Pasha. There's just actually.
Okay. Well, now you're making sure I'm awake.
Yeah, we're just doing some checks, and Chen has up the Ags going for. Is that a pipe? Probably.
It's Pipe or Blast. I think Pipe's better,
but Gold Black
doesn't much matter now.
Yep. That's
Once you go
animal
back,
cruelty?
you do go back.
I like how as you say that I hear somebody falling down in the background. That's how good the words you
My
struck.
jokes are so bad that I almost killed Roland.
Got him.
That's what they pay me the big bucks for, guys.
Satanic. Not bad. You can
He
actually
bought out
man
for
up
that.
against a Death Ward with that. Satanic's an item you can buy out for just because of the survivability it actually gives you is usually the same value as an extra life. It's not always, of course, but ideally.
It gives you a little damage.
You
too.
might as well, right? Like you're coming back in with not that much damage, probably with cooldown on cooldown, maybe in the flak cannon on cooldown. Like, what do you really bring to a team fight if it's not that you healed up in that flak cannon? So.
Actually, like, I don't talk about this much because I feel like it's kind of overhyped, this patch in general, but I actually think Dragonlance is actually a little better this game for the Gyrocopter in particular because of how much you have to emphasize longer range counter push. Like, at least for the few minutes that we've watched, they've been kind of right up in your face. Gyrocopter does not want to overcommit his position, and just getting that extra attack range actually could allow him to flak across all the Furion creeps and such without putting himself at risk.
I find it really interesting. Both Nature's Prophet and Ember Spirit went for drums. Obviously, it's a great stat item, but maybe not what I was expecting to see. Probably they were just playing kind of on very different sides of the map earlier.
Oh, my favorite glitch.
The Lantern Knight, it has returned.
Oh, I had so
What
much
happened?
fun casting him. Well, just wait until you see the Dragon Knight.
Oh.
It's a thing of beauty.
Oh, is he going to be punching creeps?
He's like a little metal. He's like a little midget in a metal suit
Whoa,
punching creeps.
What's Solo doing? Okay, he's just gonna glimmer cape out. Yeah, the best part is when he turns into the dragon form, the suit of armor hangs below him, and it looks terrifying. It looks like there's a Nyx assassin, like
getting ready to be paradropped in or something.
There he goes.
He's
it's
so much
good.
smaller and
It's a little
pathetic
tiny guy.
looking.
He's a footman in the world.
But at
of
least
Dota.
you know that he wears a lot of good protection under the armor as well. Like, he is very covered. That guy, there's a reason the Dragon's Blood is giving extra armor, I think. So, it's pretty good. Aghanim Scepter as well, up on this Witch Doctor. Vega feel like they're in an excellent position, and I really like that they've given him the farm here. Yeah, it's 40 minutes in, but making sure the Witch Doctor can have that Ags, have a Glimmer Cape, feels good.
If they don't have one, I think the Centaur needs a gem now. Like they.
I can't take this Dragon Knight seriously. Look at this clown.
Wait till he starts punching things. Okay. This is so good.
Can we get a zoom on that? Roland, can you take over camera? We need some zoom here,
please.
guys. We gotta admire the Lantern Knight.
You call him Lantern Knight.
Well, he had a little like the last time he had a little.
Oh my gosh, you just punched a creep in the head.
All right, this is better than any qualifier action. Yeah, get him! Bam! Man, he's got some power behind those.
Come on,
punches,
those
huh?
creeps are Glass Jaw Joe. They don't stand a chance.
Especially with the AC coming out. This is actually a 1 position, it looks like, Dragon Knight. He does have the Blink Dagger, but didn't go for kind of a Shadow Blade or anything else for fun initiation, and he's going to hit like a truck.
I actually haven't seen a very farmed Dragon Knight in a while. I think he's incredibly underrated as a hard late game carry. Almost impossible to kill, really spammable stun. Late game BKBs tend to be lower duration, so you're more likely to be able to use that stun. Hits like a truck, mitigates some of the enemy damage and mobility as well. I think he's one of the better heroes to deal with Ember too, because of the high armor and durability as well as the reliable stun. But a lot of it just comes down to, like, do they get that initial stun? But
yeah, and one big aspect of when Dragon Knight was actually like built very frequently as a harder carry that dealt damage was there was kind of a meta shift around stacking Ancients. There was a time where you could just go Helmut Dominator, quad stack Ancients, no commitment, and then once you were level 11 Red Dragon, you start clearing that out. You do that 2 or 3 times a match, you're suddenly a super farm carry. The meta started shifting where people started contesting Ancients around that time period. You just can't get over it, can you?
I can't take this game seriously.
Okay, so what's the game plan from here
I just want to
out?
spend, honestly, I just want to spend the whole game following him in first person.
I just love that
Or
he
third
punches
person
them.
perspective.
It's like when you do a Fallout or Skyrim run or whatever, and you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna go full punch him in
This
the
is the
face.
Dragon Knight Peasant Arcana. Thank you,
Yep.
Sad Vega. I think that's a great nickname for him.
So, but what do you do to get back? I mean, obviously the push from Vega. We know that are they waiting for Roche? Because they haven't tried for a push in a bit. Maybe just wanting a pick off. Their smokes might be on CD.
I want to get all the lanes pushed out versus the Prophet. I think is one of the big things here. Hey, seriously, can we get the Dragon Knight camera back, please? Come on, nothing's happening anyway. Let's go.
All right,
See?
Iceberg the Dragon Knight. As his
I
name
also
suggests.
just love how he's got the one
He's
hand
just like
up. but
trotting
kinda-
around in the
Yeah,
woods.
yeah, how he moved is great too.
Yeah, because he's got his shield technically and a sword in the other hand, but he looks a little
He's written a note on his hand that he's trying to read, desperately trying
I
to.
think it looks like the bit from Hamlet, like, you know, the classic scene where he's talking to the skull and stuff, and he's
Oh, yeah, take that, Lord.
Oh, isn't it?
oh no, there's eye shots. Oh, he looks away. Never mind.
He's the teleporting
Oh.
handwriting man.
Yeah. You would buy an Oculus Rift just to get a better
I mean, you
look
want
at
to
this.
you want to talk about One Punch Man. This is the ultimate One Punch
Oh,
Man.
yeah, he's going in for it.
Bam.
Oh,
Yeah.
Golems don't stand a chance. They do have vision on him. We could actually have a team fight here. He's buried in golem carcasses.
okay. We're something though
It's
nice
just
that
a Zeus illusion, actually.
something nice they have done on Vega. It feels you mentioned that Dragon Knight can be really hard to take out, but they do have quite a bit of burst magical coming out from Nature's Prophet and the Zeus and a Maledict eventually. So could be a nice way to deal with him. Although since he's so farmed, I don't know if he's had any trouble.
Yeah, Vega have a great map control lineup. Very high mobility between the global, the
Oh.
remnants, just the general Tusk skill set, and also really good ability to push out the waves and control the map. Get vision with the double ultimate. There's a lot of synergy between Prophet and Zeus. They're a bit squishy, but now they're at the point where they got some big items.
Now, there was one thing. I was kind of disregarding the cliff walking and stuff like that. That aspect of the Centaur Axe doesn't come into play much unless you're talking about like around the Roche Pit. But you have to remember you're up against the Perma Sprout build from the Nature's Prophet.
Oh,
Trees
it's so
constantly.
annoying.
So if you got the Axe Stampede, you don't give a shit about the trees, and you just go right on
Well,
by.
Dragon Knight actually still has a Quelling Blade, or did until very recently.
They're giving it to the gyro. It's not cheese, I'm guessing, because otherwise, was that a cheese rush? We have no idea.
I don't think so.
43 minutes.
Because otherwise, I think Dragon Knight would have cheese on him. Maybe. What do we?
Honestly, this game's really hard to call.
I don't
Oh,
know.
it's cheese. Yeah, it was third.
Okay. Yeah, I figured at 43 it should probably be, but I'm not 100% sure. So. Oh, okay, we're gonna have an ult blown and solo. Glimmer Cape not gonna save you
gem.
now.
They definitely need that jump, so they're gonna be able to deal with the Witch Doctor shenanigans a lot better. They obviously are gonna take care of plenty of wards, and they're just gonna make the map a very scary place for Vega.
And they finished a pipe up on Centaur, so that it means I think the Chen is making a Vlad since he also had a casual headdress. So, yeah.
It does seem like it's going to turn into a game of rat. Back to One Punch Man.
Yep.
He's a divine for that, dude. He's still like 3-punch man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about
He's a little flaccid, I would agree.
If you end up losing a set of racks here, when do you think the gyro? Is it one set of racks down, you just say, we're doing it, rapier time, or is it 2?
I don't know. I don't think he needs damage necessarily. It's like the biggest... I honestly might even prefer to see something else like an Abyssal Blade potentially to do with the Ember, but they just need more lockdown, if anything. Like for them, the tough part is finding a fight at all.
It comes down to the math too. How many flat cannon shots it takes to kill off super creeps, how many shots it takes to kill off the regular Furion Treants, and maybe you even consider the greater Treants, though those are pretty rare.
Yeah.
Well, if it worked the way that it was supposed to, like me and Merlini thought it did, you'd see them all the time.
Oh. So Ramsey's going to be just fine there. And yeah, this Ember Spirit has a nice amount of defensive items. He's got a Lincoln's, and also Blink can be used very defensively. Second Daedalus, I guess, on the way.
I mean, he's pretty much 6-slotted at this point. There's nothing in there that you really want to give up. You have to have the Lincolns to deal with the jump from the DK or the Bane. You need the BOTs for the mobility. Daedalus, Battlefield just core, so I don't really know what he would get rid of. Could get Moon Shards, but that doesn't really help you that much on Ember. It's good. It's decent for killing structures, actually, for the attack speed, but in terms of like actual fighting, it doesn't offer much.
And as you mentioned, for Team Spirit, probably want to find a fight, need to keep these lanes pushed out, because they need... I assume you want to use the Aegis for a little bit of push. That bottom lane, the tower is gone, but if Ember's constantly knocking at your top tower, even though he's double Daedalus, he will still... If you take too long, he'll get a tower down.
I don't think you get to use the Aegis here as much as you might want to. It's just like the map is just always so spread, and
yeah,
it's going to take a pick.
It's just going to be... At like worst case scenario, Vega can just be Alliance and constantly rat and push out the lane, spam the Prophet ult, slowly chip. You can see Pasha wanting to force some rotations. He's going to jump in onto the Bane. Oh.
Turn him into a tray.
I'm actually really
That was very risky, actually, because he had already popped the Lincolns, almost got the grip off.
What's the cost point on that grip? I feel like he was...
It's fast, but like you can still, as long as you're moving like a Storm Spirit, and you're just, as soon as you hit the ground, you're doing another spell to move, it's okay.
Yeah, that was just a very confident play by Pasha.
But let's say you get a lag spike, like a fraction of a second lag spike, you're actually dead.
So Chen now has the Vlads up, going to help buff up everybody. Dragon Knight may be able to one-punch some of these things finally.
Is that like the perfect creep army? Just give both the Gyrocopter and the Dragon Knight Frenzy. You have Alpha Wolf Aura, you have HP Aura. Like, that's insane.
It's pretty good. Since they don't have to... and yeah, Pasha's just going to remnant away. Since they don't have to deal too much with the way that the split push is working, I don't know if they want the Vomit, Dragon, Ignite creep, but I do agree. The double Frenzy is going to be... fun. Yeah, this is just farm up, wait for someone to do something. I agree with you. I don't think they're using this Aegis.
Are they gonna roll down mid?
Oh,
Divine
I
Rapier,
don't
and they
know
scout it.
Does he really need that here?
What?
Do you?
On the
as
Ember?
opposed to another Daedalus, is it? I guess he's very hard to kill with the Lincolns. He's also going to blink.
You do way more damage.
The game's only going to go longer. Like eventually, you're going to have a Rapier and stash. You're going to have buyback on top of that.
It's also the best item for just taking the base, which is the main thing Ember's weak at, but with the Rapier, he kills structures very quickly.
Obviously, with crits not applying to towers and so on, it's rough. But we'll see if they can steal this Rapier. I don't think he's going to go down. Even if the rest of his team fed, he's got many tools to just kind of jump away. So
that's up to the Ember, isn't it? Like, it just comes down to how he plays it.
Oh, yeah. Now he's a purple glowing One Punch
Purple.
Man.
Jeez.
Oh, my.
That was ugly.
Yeah.
Got him.
So
Satanic on him, too.
Oh, we have
Satanic, got Hand of God heals, you got Centaur Mitigation, you got double Satanic.
That Rapier reveal, though, they're making their move in onto Godlike off the bat, and now it looks like we do see a refresher coming out. Mag trying to kill everybody off here.
Nice.
They bring down the Centaur off the bat, but the team fight breaks out. Notice they're going to focus down Mag. The Ember Spirit try desperately to hang on to this one and get out safely. He's going to ball back. The chase forward. The Lincoln's been broken. Still retreating. He remnants one more time. They almost nuked down the Dragon, and believe he cheesed up there.
Yes.
Suddenly full HP.
Well, he's got Satanic too, so maybe he didn't.
No,
I
he
wasn't.
used cheese.
I blinked, so
He didn't auto attack.
I actually blinked at full health, so I'm assuming he
Yeah.
cheesed. but-
There's no way he like.
I
million
think
crit.
Blink quicker next time, guys. Come on.
So I think the cheese sound effect just
Yeah.
needs to take up all the audio. Like everything's muted except for somebody just munching on cheese. Then you'll always know.
What is the sound of cheese?
It's
it's
like
just a
there's
little
actually like a
crunch.
om nom
Yeah,
nom
yeah.
and a belch. It's
And a
pretty
belch.
Oh,
legit.
okay. They just
Yeah, there
immediately
used to be
pick
a
out the
Bane there.
Bane.
Hello.
Hello, Crit City, and the courier coming in flapping like mad. Gyrocopter, I don't know. So, as you said, maybe the Abyssal, going the Scotty apparently. Who's breaking this Lincoln's?
I'm not sure about 50-minute Scotty. I think you either get just pure damage,
Yeah, it's
or
actually
you
pretty
get you get
useless.
locked down.
It
Like
is actually pretty useless.
a hex or an abyssal. Like sure, the Emperor's got
Yeah,
Lincolns,
hex.
but the whole idea is that you've got multiple heroes who can instantly disable them. So Bane breaks it, and then you hex, or you break the Lincolns, and then he grips. Anything that gives you that control would be better. You can also get a Moon Shards now if you want.
I'm a big Scotty fan. Like I used to play a ton of Morphling, and I just
Oh, yeah.
love the stats and the value. But here, it actually doesn't do anything for the Gyrocopter.
The like what's the attack speed slow really good for? Ember doesn't care about it with Sleight of Fist,
There's,
or in the move speed slow for that matter. Like they're such a mobile draft, and they're primarily about nuking for Vega.
if
So-
he's used, if he's down to like maybe 1 or 2 remnants, maybe he can't blink. You could argue the move speed slow can be useful, right? Because the remnant only
That's-
moves at the move. But
If
I
that
don't
situation
think
is happening, the
He's
Ember's
already
dead
misplayed.
already.
He's
Yeah.
already misplayed in that case. So.
Agreed. So it's really odd, and yeah, I just want to see rapiers. Everybody should have a rapier. And also, didn't the gyro have like 10? Yeah,
I like the way you think.
Yeah, it's good. He had so much gold. He actually can stash rapier and buy back.
I would stash Aghanims.
Yeah, I was actually just gonna say.
Nice.
I was thinking about Alkags, but obviously no Alk in this game.
Yeah, but
It's a pretty good item to leave in the stash. You can also get that like super late game 7th item refresher, and then just get the double ulti off.
there we
for Shovel
go.
Blade. So it is Abyssal.
Abyssal.
I think
Yeah.
that's the item. I
Yeah,
like this choice.
Really
better,
good
actually.
call. Wait, what did he sell for it?
Sandra Nyasha surely was
He-
moved out.
Yeah, I guess so.
So.
Oh, did he?
Oh,
still
did he sell it or did he move? He sold it. Yeah, that makes.
Did he
sense.
still have S and Y? Wow.
I thought. I could be just completely
Nah,
wrong.
I mean,
Look,
look, there's so
we
much
can't-
information to take
we
in
can't
when we
go
jump
back
into a
in time,
45-minute
so
game.
it's fine.
That's
we can't
loser
go-
talk, guys. No more mistakes.
No, no.
Let's get
No
your
one
shit
can
together.
tell that I'm wrong. We can't
Get
go
your
back in
shit
time.
together.
So the heart is
Get
the
your
bottom
shit
sector.
together. All right. So yeah, he's got the Abyssal now.
They still
Ember-
have trouble getting it off,
This
right?
game to me is like, yeah, it's like this game is entirely on the Ember now. He's really the only one that can quickly kill buildings. He's packing a rapier. Even if unless he has a stash rapier, dying is going to take away a massive chunk of their damage. Prophet will keep the lanes out. Ember will be the one that actually tries to break the base.
You know what Prophet needs?
What?
Rapier as well. You gotta just smack away at people.
Oh.
Imagine how quickly he'll
I
melt
don't
through
know
those
about that.
towers. No, so I'm. He has an item slot left for the Nature's Prophet. What are you looking for? Because he needs bots, and you buy bots, and then he has another slot. So
E-Blade's okay.
For Prophet?
Yeah, just throw in the Gyrocopter or something after BKB's done.
That's not bad.
And I'm actually a little surprised. Obviously, the Bane is probably poor, but we haven't clicked on over also another hero that could really benefit from having a Ghost Scepter or something. So both the Bane and the Chen.
Yeah, against an Ember this big, one Sleight of Fist, you're
It's
probably
hard.
dead.
It's hard to know when to use it because you have to wait until the Zeus has dropped his ult and the Nature's Prophet. But in the last team fight, both of those ults were blown to initiate the fight or to start out to get a lot of burst damage out, and then the Ember cleaned up. So
That's a poor Bane. For this kind of
Yeah.
game, we have a 5,000 net worth Tusk, 5,500 net worth Bane. They need to get it together.
I think just both of them have been the sacked supports, and it looks like a victim of a lot of deaths. Even though we have few, I think it just said that the Bane had 5 deaths. Right, he's half his team's deaths in a 52-minute game. That's
He's got an Aether Lens. That item's so broken that he's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's all set. That's all
And
you need.
It's actually really important here, right? Of course, with the link.
Oh yeah, for the
Ember.
initiation
So,
range and just the extra chance to break it quicker.
Yeah.
But yeah, tough game for Pasha.
Okay,
This is pretty
rapier.
grueling.
He has
Stash-
buyback or
This
no?
should be the stash.
He should have
rapier, yeah.
buyback. You don't stash rapier without
It's
a
like- it got
buyback.
2,000.
Oh, okay. He
So-
came back
Oh,
in.
he might be-
blinks. Okay, never
Oh.
mind.
That's the last one.
That's a tricky moment where you're also microing the courier,
Yeah.
and you get like slightly distracted, and all of a sudden your stash rapier becomes your instant main rapier. That doesn't feel very good.
I wonder how much his buyback costs, because I think he's like on the line. Like, it actually costs quite a bit when you die at this level.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
He has 640 surplus, so he buys. He just does the math, gets the BOTs level 2, the second rapier, and the buyback. And at this point, he is completely best in slot, except for Moonshard and stashed items.
Hex gets used. They're going to commit a lot here to try and kill off. Always want to fly on the top lane, and they do manage to bring him down, but the Gyro joins the fight as Mag is going to TP himself away.
Doesn't he have the Abyssal? He didn't use it on...
He just couldn't see in the Sprout.
Oh, yeah, I just went down at the last second, so...
This is one of those weird games where things are becoming really slot limited, like not having a Quelling Blade for the Sprout. Of course, you generally wouldn't on a Gyro. Uh-oh. Ember's ratting.
Yeah, and Gyro just TP'd away.
Oh no,
so
they're overcommitting for this Roshan. This could be really bad. They bring in the dragon.
yeah, you could tell
clown.
who it was, could you?
Yeah, had to think about that one for a second.
I thought it was a Shadow Shaman for a second there. I was like, what? Because his hands were
Honestly,
glowing.
like, you're fine giving up Rosh of your Vega. As long as you have buybacks, it's much more about objectives right now, and doing that much damage to the base is totally worth.
Yeah, it's just as likely that this Aegis will be as useless as the last one, so it's not really that high impact, especially if you're getting structural damage in. It's an interesting position, though. If the creep wave is pushed in, then he actually will be able to get some damage and then jump out immediately. We'll see.
Just going to keep on ratting. Blink in, smack buildings, jump out, rinse, repeat. Very hard to stop this.
Screw you, backdoor protection.
Yep.
This is where you just wish you had a Storm. Like, even a Bat Rider isn't that reliable against this level of mobility.
You think like maybe anti-Tinker wards or something, or just something that...
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like playing against Tinker, except it's a Tinker with an instant escape.
Yeah, or I think maybe jumping in the trees a little bit with like the banded stuff, like just having some surprise, something that can catch this Ember off guard. That's all you have to do, is just catch the Ember off guard twice.
You say that like it's not incredibly difficult.
It is, but like it's better than sitting in your race, I think.
I think at some point they may just make the call to try and throw it.
Okay.
Team Spirit, honestly, I think they kill buildings about as quickly.
You think? Even with the...
They have Dragonite with an AC. Oh, there's the Blink Initiation. Quick pick onto Mr. Solo. Gets critted down. But the Ember's the real key. The Remnant's there. Oh, so close with the Centaur. He does have the Stash Rapier. He does have buyback, but every little bit makes the difference. Pasha knows, though. There's work to be done. Instantly TP's top. Blinks out. And it seems like they're committed on bottom lane.
You might actually be able to go throne. Like, in this position, the Ember, sure, he can take top racks, but he cannot take a throne. He's going to have to fight it.
And Prophet's build is a fighting build. He's got Octarine, Refresher, I believe, Aghanims. That's about magic damage in fights, and he's not gone for, like, the AC Necro book.
He's going to come on back. I feel like part of the...
Oh, no, he's back.
Yeah, they test the faith the Centaur home. That was awkward.
He has bots, I assume, though, the Centaur, so they test the faith in home so they can use that. Oh, look at how much life now suddenly, Gyro. They take a third of his health.
Yeah. Should be okay, but there are situations where that can be a real problem, actually.
They're a little nervous.
I would be scared, too. Ember crits you for so much, even though you're tanky. Ew.
Yeah, slow sieging against an Ember this big is very difficult.
You have to hit multiple lanes at once, get the chain H creeps on one side, and just see
yeah,
what you can do.
How do you do that when you're up against an Ember and an H's Prophet? Even just pushing out one lane is so difficult.
You can tell they're hesitant. Dragonite has not ulted yet. They're not sure if they want to commit.
You just get one lane to break the backdoor protection, and then you strike from 2 or 3 fronts.
Yeah. So I'm not quite sure how long exactly is on this Aegis, but Ember Spirit is up top. Not going to be getting that stomp off, and Centaur just standing. We are
he's keeping the creep wave out with return, so that there's no way the Ember can hit the barracks.
That's smart.
Yeah. And as you said, they're not committing on the lineup of Team Spirit.
Yeah, as good as Dragonite is tanking all this physical damage, each Suit's Bolt really hurts.
Yeah, thank you, Static Field. Oh no, the creeps, they're trapped. Yeah. They can't see their Chen parent.
This has to be frustrating for Spirit.
I still think they're in a position to make this work, though.
Like this one's totally up in the air. 57 minutes in, anybody's game.
I would actually favor Spirit. Like, as long as they continue to keep like this multi-lane pressure, keep the Centaur pushing in top, so the Ember Spirit can't do anything.
They're bringing Centaur in. They're committing for this. There is no rat right now. The top lane's very far pushed out, all the way to the tier 2. Team Spirit is now the time. One slight. See you later, neutrals.
But
Triceratops hits the deck.
They have 2 stuns now. It's even. Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, they had 2 stuns.
Yeah, I think that actually could have been helpful for.
That could have won them the game, but now they have no chance.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, they're done.
GG.
They
are looking to go, though. Are they finally going to mosey up onto the high ground? They're thinking about it. Ramsey's up in front. The Death Ward's committed nice and early. Shard's coming out, but he is able to get away. Good Stampede. And sent back just to be ultra safe.
He's got BOTs too, so he'll be back in about 10 seconds.
They got a little bit of damage, unfortunately.
Oh, well, the Death Ward on cooldown, they're going back in. You trade Stampede for Death Ward, and then you BOT level 2 back in.
Did the Gyro get Test of Faith Tome again?
Yeah, so he Face, and now he BOTs. Or after
he's clearing mid, and then he's going to come right back.
Yeah, very good about that. That's another thing about the Chen. When we don't...
This is huge. This could be the game right here.
Okay, we'll see if the DK pops that Dragon Form and has the Nyx under him. Again, Gyrocopter half health from
Get a creep in the
Sleight of
base.
Fist and some zapping. I don't know how they get something in there.
I'd like to see the Dragon Knight get up in front a little more.
Yeah.
But they really want to slow roll this.
And look at how much gold we've got on all of the players. The only people without buyback are the Witch Doctor and the Bane.
Looks like they're waiting for the pipe. Fresh pipe up. They're going to go again.
I like
Almost
that jump.
instantly broken.
The jump for the Ember Spirit in case he's sliding right there, that was actually really smart from the center.
They still don't want to commit DK. I feel like there they could have gotten, you know, maybe half health on that ranged Rax at the very least. Just a couple of auto attacks would have done it, but they're just not committing.
They
Terrified.
don't want to waste the DK ult.
Yeah.
And he's not. He can't siege if he's in melee form.
As punchy as he looks. So yeah, that'll be that. We're waiting on the next version.
Nice
How do you guys
siege.
feel?
All right, we'll see you guys in an hour.
Yep.
It's,
This could be a really, really long one,
it's just
actually.
really hard to break the base.
Thank you.
He just runs
This
so
is what
funnily,
really
too.
matters.
It's like, you know in those video games you play where the characters kind of run a little bit like they have some problems? Didn't do much PE.
He's like the village. I'm pretty sure he's the village drunk. He's had a couple of ciders, you know, a little wine.
Look at my
Mead.
horse. My horse is amazing. I don't know.
Yep. He's, oh, this is good. I like that. Look at the sky. What's going on? The sky is just kind of
I
non-existent.
think our
in this game.
cameraman's.
No, I didn't mean the cameraman. I just meant in Dota. Like, there's no sky. Obviously, for video game purposes, coding purposes, you don't make one.
They're
But
in,
like,
they're in another. Oracle made a bunch of dimensions, and like they're in their own little arena box. It's complicated. It's science and.
It's science in a game all about magic. Thank you, players. Thank you
Exactly.
for your insights. So Bane is gonna die. Oh no,
I
has an invis.
appreciate
Never
your
mind.
insights.
And
Oh, this could be
Is-
big.
is Bane going for a big?
Wait,
Oh,
this
okay.
is-
Oh, Pasha with
Dude,
the
he's
godly
just-
reaction.
He's literally just has one hand on that button.
Yep.
It's your panic button. You just slam it down whenever anything happens that you don't expect.
Well, that time he used the blink first.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Actually, I've seen keybinds like that where people have like on their mouse, it's their blink slot always so that they can do that. So as you said, like they're doing something, they're like, I know I'm probably gonna get ganked. I can just click over. But smoke! Finally, something happened. Ramses, are you in a bad spot? Not quite. Yeah, maybe.
You know, it's just incredible. They haven't even come close to catching the Ember, to be honest.
But they also haven't. It's not like Vega has been, other than the Bane, been ganking up a storm either. So.
This is a big smoke opportunity. They're swinging around. Dragon Knight could be the grab. Would be very nice. Courier may fall as well. Not sure what's on it currently. He's going to walk right into the entire enemy team, but he gets the BKB off. He's going to turn immediately. That is one angry Dragon just muscling down solo, forcing him to turn tail and run. They're going to roll forward. The Dragon stands strong. The Ember just getting pounded by a Gyrocopter. He gets
Got him.
massacred.
They get the
Forward.
Ember.
It's an Ultra. It's a Team Wipe Spirit. All of a sudden, Smoke Gank turns into a complete massacre. That was too easy.
Can we just also discuss how putting you thought the snowball, you're like, oh good, you took all those low health heroes, you rolled them up, you just put them all together for
Yeah.
the AoE
I mean,
for
there's-
both the Gyro and the Dragon Knight.
I mean, just making that play in general, like maybe find a support and you're happy, but like
Yeah.
finding the DK it's impossible. Like if you actually look at their disables, like Walrus Punch, like they don't have a way to stop the BKB from getting off. This guy's got Satanic Moonshard, like indestructible.
And now Ember has a Rapier.
Yep.
And a Moonshard.
So we're gonna be seeing what. Who picked
Gyro,
up? Wait,
yeah.
who picked up the other? Because no,
so Gyro has one.
He had a stash one.
Yeah,
that
he had a
picked up.
stash one. Okay, so the Dragon is no longer in Big Dragon, but finally they go on the range. Skull Black can. He could actually
All
snack
the
on it.
buybacks.
Everybody buy back. Here we go.
Oh no!
All right.
They're gonna get
so
on out.
Count the timer, 62.5. That's gonna be. They want to do something within that buyback cooldown. That's a win right there. They 7 minutes on the clock. They just need to do another thing like that.
I mean, just the Rapier is huge, and just showing how strong. You talked about it earlier, but DK, he is tanky. Maybe not who you want to go on.
DK and Gyro, like these are like AoE Kane carries, and all 5 of Vega were in the cleave / bounce radius for the flat cannon shots.
So Ember will try as he might, but they're gonna keep the pressure on.
He's just Ember's not a man fight carry. This is always going to be more of a finesse hero.
And they're going for. I think they could actually go onto the ranged. I'm pretty sure they can get that through backdoor, but
Go,
decide
Golem,
against
go.
it. Yep.
You're going to have to go deal with the Ember problem.
What is?
Isn't he
what
already
else is
gone?
left up there? Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he just jumped out, but he pushed in the top lane.
All right. So I feel like Vega can actually go for those kinds of plays. Like I said, if they find a
Yeah.
support, great. But the only way to win this game is for Vega to continue doing the rat stuff.
I like how he's the MKB
Okay,
bearer.
yeah, so we saw this earlier. That was when I was going to comment on how Bane was building up a BKB instead of Ghost Scepter, but then the gank happened. I mean, yes, the BKB, it's the whole, if you attack him, you get Nightmare, but I don't think people are going to...
The eggs?
You mean the eggs?
I'm dumb. Yes, I'm sleepy. Sleepy, that's what I'm going to say. So anyway, BKB, how do you feel about that?
I mean, it stops the lightning bolt from preventing, the hex from preventing.
Has he ever gotten off the Fiend's Grip, though?
I mean, you
It only
played to the ideal.
It's only about that one time where he does get it off.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about all the times where like he's a bit too slow or gets canceled. You get one good grip on Ember, that's the game. If Ember's dead, there's no way they can win.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't have to get the Ember. You can get anybody, and it's huge. So, yeah, the BKB is really important.
How many things is being held for the Gyro right now?
this guy has like an entire like army of servants just carrying around. They're burying his BKB, his MKB, back massage.
He's walking around with double damage
He's got
arcane rune.
He's got a mistress, a private chef. I mean, this guy is just living the life. Masseuse, you know, whatever it needs. I like how Iceberg just ignores
Yeah,
Ember.
he's walking.
6, 7 slotted Ember. I don't care.
He popped his Lincolns. He gave him a pat on the back.
No, I mean, he's threatening the Ember, but he also doesn't care about the Ember's damage. It's
Okay, yeah.
It's late game Dragon Knight. Oh my. Well, things are getting ugly.
That is one way to say it. So it was actually a game that was quite... it appears that Team Spirit had gone for a push. Maybe earlier in the game failed to push because they did have a heavy advantage, and now are kind of getting back into it. So making good use of...
Well, you look at their draft. Like normally you'd say this lineup's power curve peaks around like 30-ish minutes, I would say, for Spirit. And on paper, Vega with the global lineup, incredible mobility and burst damage feels more like the late game draft. But Spirit have just gotten to that crazy level of tank where they just shrug off most of the damage. The supports maybe die, but the cores are just very difficult to kill unless you chain stun them completely. And here comes the Rat Man. Just kidding.
3 minutes on that buyback timer I was talking about. I think this is the time to shine, but the Nature's Prophet ulti still makes it difficult.
Yeah, I mean, what even if they have to win the team fight for the buybacks, of course, to be important. They actually drop some fire deep in the base. They drop 2 fires deep in the base. It's pretty cute. The Ignite, and they're burning through this tower. The stun's going to come out, and the Maledict with the Sleight of Fist. Ramsey's actually in a lot of trouble, of course, does have that Aegis, and yeah, they're Lotus Orbing him for protection.
They're doing
as
this
well.
without Centaur.
That's close.
mind you.
Malediction.
Yeah, oh,
Zeus
yeah,
ulti
he's
got
dead.
him.
He's dead.
But he's still got Aegis.
Yeah.
And Centaur's not here. He's pushing out the bottom lane.
Yeah, and I think that's what Blaze can talk about. Make sure get some. Oh, okay, never mind. Ember Spirit's in their base. He could be poking away.
Yeah,
no, there
it's
should
mid.
be backdoor protection, right?
It's hard to see.
Yeah, there is. There's nothing.
Which tier 4 item do I want to use today? I think I'll go with the BKB.
So they actually smoke the backlines immediately, wearing off Iceberg, poking at them. Oh, they've got a Death Ward going.
What a Death Ward, but it just doesn't do anything. They're so damn tanky. Marching forward, there's absolutely no split push. The Exterminators have arrived. It's time to get the hell out of
No
here,
buybacks.
Vega. Team Spirit showing some spunk as they run them down. Pasha, at long last, they've wrangled that disgusting Ember. They get it with the stop, the double edge, the damage, too much, bringing down the Ember, dead for 120. GG instantly is the call. And Vega have fallen. Team Spirit, the former CIS rejects, looking very strong here in game number 1.
I mean, the draft definitely tended towards them for the mid to late game. The global strat of the Zeus Nature's Prophet had some real strength in mid game, but when it got to this stage where most of the heroes were 6 slot at level 25, Team Spirit just had a natural advantage as long as they didn't mess up. And that was the big thing, is they were very diligent about how they moved. The Centaur in particular, the way he bounced around the map to cover all their bases and to keep the backdoor protection up. That's how Team Spirit take a late game win.
Impressive stuff.
Yeah. So I wonder, kind of, because both teams here went for a bit of a push lineup. Do you think we're going to be seeing that again? Especially because it did look like Team Spirit didn't have the easiest time.
Well,
getting this
I'm
off the
impressed.
ground.
I watched some of their games the other day. They had the one game against Navi where they won in like, what, 18 minutes or something?
Yeah.
They've been winning a lot of very quick games. It looked a little cheesy historically. God Black is known for just absolutely loving cheese.
Pocket
different
strats.
kinds. Yeah,
We'll call them pocket
cheese.
strats.
Okay, he loves cheese. But
They do a lot
that
of
pocket
death push.
strats to be polite. But yeah, he's a big believer in these kind of unusual, very niche strategies. But what's impressive to me this game is they didn't win in their standard way. They actually had to go late, be scrappy, be creative, make some unusual item selections, take really difficult fights against an experienced team. Vega, they won ESL 1 New York. They performed decently at the major and some other events, but This is winning in a different way, and I think that's where Spirit looked like a pretty scary team.
Yeah. So we'll see if Vega can take one and push it to a game 3, because this is just the very beginning of the Europe games, right?
Yeah, we're only getting started. What's the next match? It's Empire versus someone?
Yeah, we got a little bit of time on that one, but
Empire versus Liquid, is it?
yeah, I believe that's correct.
Okay, so we have game 2 coming up. Then the winner of this best of 3 will be playing at the end of the day in the winner bracket finals. But before we get to that, let's take a break, guys. We'll come back for game 2. You are watching the Shanghai Major Qualifiers. We shall return.